Welcome to Fin Business. This is Manoj Agrawal. Today we have with us Manish Lunia from Flexi Loans. So welcome Manish, welcome to Fin Business.
Thank you Manoj for calling us.
You seem to be targeting a lot of these trading community. Tell us more about whom you are targeting and why that particular community or communities. How do you service them better than a bank or some other NBFC?
Flexi Loans is a digital lending platform that actually came in birth with the full lot of data that's available in the country today. A lot of people who have issues with not getting serviced or by the banks or the traditional NBFCs because there is a lot of documentary requirements that are there. There wasn't a lot of income tax data or any other data to prove that the credits that are available in the country. And again, these banks and NBFCs did not service beyond a particular geography. So they would not service in the cities that we can service today. So we are a digital lending platform who service the unserved and underserved Indians, largely traders.
And is it mostly underserved or mostly unserved?
So unserved will be a very large potential to us because our typical customer is actually a customer who is a trader who would need short-term funding, would have started a business in the last few years but might not have an asset, might not have a house to pledge or an FD to pledge kind of thing, would need very short-term funds to grow. Right? So about 60 to 70% of our customers are traders. About 30% to 40% of our customers would be those guys who are large enough, but their bank ODCC limits really do not suffice for their growing requirements. I think that's where they come back.
And is there any new segment of customers that you are targeting or planning to target?
Flexi Loans actually does loans in about 200 cities in the country already, sitting in one place in Bombay, and we just have one SPOC office in Delhi. So what we really do is we partner with multiple institutions who can give a large set of borrowers who have been sellers on platforms like e-commerce platforms, or card payment companies like the POS payment companies, where everybody who swipes. So you know that there are about 3 million people who've gone into a POS machine network in the recent last 1.5 years. So we partner with these companies, and these companies would in turn go to the sellers and say, hey, there's a proposition that we jointly bring together with Flexi Loans. Would you really want to tap into that network to get short-term funds? So the customers come via a mobile app that we have, or would come on the website and apply. Within 48 hours, the customers would be sanctioned, and within the next 48 hours, I think the customers would get their loans. So speed to sanction, speed to get loans is very fast. Many of our customers would not have bureau scores. So for example, about 25% of our customers don't have a bureau score. So this is a category which a traditional bank or NBFC might not even touch. But we found that these are very doable cases, just that they're young. So most of India is young. I think these customers come now in businesses, they have spent less than 2 years, haven't taken a loan or credit card, did not need it. But when they come to now tap in the funds which an institutional lender can give, they don't get an access to them. So I think that's what we service as well.
What is the typical loan size?
So our average ticket size is about 5 to 10 lakh rupees. We do loans starting from 50,000 rupees to about 50 lakh rupees. And we do it pan-India. And these are uncollateralized, fully unsecured loans serviced for businesses only.
How do you manage the risks in your lending business? Lending is inherently a very risky business. So many people have burned their fingers, and today so many headlines are about lending risks and failures.
What we clearly do is beyond the traditional documents of looking at a bureau or looking at the stability of a person's thing, we partner with players who kind of give us data, like the e-commerce platforms of POS, to really monitor and control data. These players also help us to contain the risks in terms of stop supply arrangement. So they would not really sell goods to person who defaults on loans, or would also put an escrow mechanism wherein all the sales that the person does on a platform kind of comes to us first before it goes back to the customer. So these are one of the methods. I think we look at digital footprints of the customers very sharply. So there are APIs that we built, and there is in-house technology that we built where you can actually crawl on the customer's journey in terms of any feedback that he has got on the digital footprints, in case there are legal cases, in case there are customer reviews which are positive or negative. The last piece is the early warning signals. I think there's a regular early warning signal in terms of how is performing on the bureau, how is performing on the loans, and how do we react on those things with the help of partners. If his sales are dipping, and we can really get to know from the partner databases, right?
Okay.
So we can really go back to the customer and kind change track faster than any other bank or NBFC, which would kind of do it over 90 days period.
So that part of the speed is as important as the lending speed.
Exactly.
That's interesting. Okay. You talked about a lot of APIs and technologies. So how much technology development takes place in-house? How much do you take readily available technology? Which areas do you develop? Which areas do you take ready-made solutions?
One of the reasons that we discovered early is beyond making the website and just the face of it, there's a lot of inherent technology that we are changing. We are also changing the way we are doing lending. I think the document and data sets that we need are different than a document that a traditional bank and NBFC takes.
Okay.
So, and the journey is also very different. When we have to do speed, when we have to take alternate data, it's not the same journey that a typical bank goes through.
Okay.
And this, lot of our stuff is customized and then moves. So eventually, even with standardization, there's a lot of customization, and it helps to have an in-house person or in-house team develop this technology and think to the problem and bring it. So large part of our website, a large part of our loan origination system and management system is built in-house. But when there is non-core activities like we were discussing, chatbots, etc., we kind of outsource it as well.
How big is your technology team?
About 35% of our staff is tech, so which is about 30 odd people in the technology and products team.
Now, which parts of the country do you get most of your business from today? And what do you see, what trend do you see in the next 12 months?
So as I said, we do loans in about 200 cities already, in about 27 states in the country, which is almost all of country today. Large number of, so we recently launched a mobile app in a beta phase, and within about 2 weeks, we got about 5,000 downloads. Okay. The interesting part of it, the downloads happened from about 800 cities in the country. 800 cities or towns in the country. On a regular basis, if I were to kind of skim through, we get leads from about 800, 900 cities again. A large part of it is in the northern belt. I think these are very clear suspects. The demand in the northern belt, the Delhi, Rajasthan, north belt, Gujarat, and then Maharashtra is fairly sharp. The next set of demand can come from the cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, etc. Okay. But the belt which starts in the western to northern belt is large, wherein cities like Jaipur, Alwar, Surat, Ahmedabad, Baroda, you will have Mangalore, Cochin, Tirupur, Pune, all of them featuring amongst the top 20 cities that we kind of get leads and loans from.
So those are perhaps where banking is underserving the population.
Right. I mean, in a Alwar or a Jaipur, there aren't many banks which service. There are not many NBFCs. So these customers,
It's not just banks.
Right. Not only so. First of all, if there is a bank which was ready to serve, the NBFCs won't survive or won't exist. Okay. And today NBFCs are approximately 1/3 of banks in most countries or in most cities that they service. Right. We exist because the banks are not able to service with their speed, with the processes that the banks have today.
So what is the growth strategy? Is acquisitions part of it? Because in technology space, biz tech space, there are a lot of acquisitions and mergers happening.
We are a young company, 18 months into operation approximately, and we've been growing. We've grown about 14x over the last 12 months. And 14x over the last month, and there hasn't been any month wherein we have had a degrowth. But that's a young team from a.
Fair enough.
As a part of this journey, early on, I think as you know, we are one of the largest seed-funded fintech company in the country so far, and we hired a company in the supply chain platform. Right.
Okay.
That gave us a 1-year leap into technology in terms of doing a supply chain financing in the country. We are leveraging it to the fullest. We've launched our supply chain platform now. It's called Credit Period, and it's subsumed into Flexi Loans. So we launched that program wherein anybody can actually come and take financing against invoices on the websites. Okay. So there is no match. So the website kind of matches the invoices, does the reconciliation with the bank, gives a transparent view on when is your credit period due, what is the delay happening, both to the industry major, to whose invoices are there, and to the customer. I think it's a very transparent view of supply chain which hasn't happened in the country so far.
Was there a deliberate search for such a partner,
or was it like an accidental meeting?
It was an accidental meeting, I think.
Okay.
But on an ongoing basis, we meet people in the space
Right, of course.
who are, and we meet people. We take services of people in the space, which wherein we don't need it in at the core of the stuff, but we meet people because we use their services. So a chatbot provider, a person who really parses a statement and gives a scan, etc. We keep meeting and taking services, right? Collection modules. People who have insights into collections basis the data that they have done or testing that they have done. Now, if we do not create it today and we find some merit there, we always keep meeting and looking at such opportunities.
Do you see any new technology breakthrough that could drive the growth at FlexiLoans?
I think we came with an idea. I think we came with an idea to give fast and flexible SME loans in the country. Today, consumer loans can be given very fast because there is very minimalistic data that's required. But when you go into business loans, there is data which is not available. We saw data coming. We've got technologies which can actually give a loan within a few hours already. So if you are applying to me, I can actually give service and give you a loan clarity or sanction within 48 hours. So that approach is now already, we've piloted in a few cases where we can do this in 2 hours. So we can do technology wherein we can do every bit of credit underwriting, including analyzing your bureau, analyzing your digital footprints, analyzing your financials, everything within 2 hours. I think that will be a technology revolution.
Is there a separate set of customers that for around 2 days versus 2 hours is a difference?
Yes. When we we have data, like we were discussing about the GST data or a partner data, e-commerce data, I think these customers make it easy for becoming a pass-through quickly. So they are a green channel wherein basically they meet a few parameters. There's data available to know that yes, the sale exists, their leverage parameters are met, and they will be given a loan instantly. However, when a case comes directly to us via the website or mobile application, we do not have a partner. We assess it to the traditional way, but via the systems and technologies.
Got it. That sounds interesting. So, Manish, all the best to you, to FlexiLoans. And let's hope the
Thank you very much.
business community of India benefits
Thank you very
from
much.
innovations like this.
Thanks, Manoj.
Thank you. Thank you for watching FinBusiness.